Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charlton Heston.
First through the sixth day, the Lord created the heavens and the earth. He saw that it was good. On the seventh day, he rested, and that was good. On the eighth day, the Lord created Star 94 FM, and he said, no, he didn't really say that. Well, 7 out of 8 is not bad.
How about that? Charlton Heston, everybody.
Yes.
Remember when he came to the studio? It was like God entered the room.
Yeah.
What was I doing? I must have been down the hall or out. I don't remember.
I think you were in your wings, your angel wings.
That's right.
Have you seen the new Ben-Hur?
Yes, I did. I saw it the other day.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
It was pretty good. Very well done.
This is my thought. Tom, did you see the original with Charlton Heston?
Yes.
Okay, I believe if you saw the original, there's nothing that surpasses it. Even though I looked it up, I think it came out in 1959. So when you think of that chariot race, what they did back then,
Sure.
I went with a friend of mine, Katie, who had never seen it, and she thought the movie was just great.
Yeah. The new one?
The new one,
yeah.
because she has nothing to compare it to.
Right.
But I think if you compare the two, I like the story better. I liked Esther, his mom, better. I mean, this isn't going to ruin it, but all of a sudden, the water that comes down in the caves and they're cured, like, what? I like the original better.
Oh, so you're saying you like the original better? I was
Yes.
at my friend who works in the movie business, and I saw the one sheet for it, the poster, and I thought, I didn't even know there was a new Ben-Hur out, and how can you top a movie like that?
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
You know,
I
it's
agree.
iconic.
Mm-hmm. It's like Ghostbusters. You know, how can you top Ghostbusters?
not this again.
Steve,
Yeah.
I would not put Ghostbusters in the same category
Oh, you
as
wouldn't?
Ben-Hur.
Oh, you wouldn't?
What's
Oh.
another film like Ben-Hur that's so iconic? Another old one like that was
Ten Commandments, maybe?
Yes, 10 Commandments.
And Ben-Hur, didn't it clean up at the Academy Awards? Like,
Yeah, I
didn't
think
it win
so.
a record number, like 9, and it took
so,
forever for anybody to beat it?
Yeah.
Like maybe
yeah.
Titanic or something? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was great.
Was that
Judah
the-
Ben-Hur. Oh,
was
you
that
don't
the one-
remember the original?
Was
I
that the
loved
one
it.
where everybody came out of the horse's ass?
Yeah, Tom, that's it.
Yeah.
Remember that? Remember that movie where they all came out of the Trojan horse?
Oh, I
Oh.
thought you were making some kind of joke.
No, remember that?
He was making a joke, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what wasn't that
Yeah.
the movie? Ben-Hur, or was that
Ten Commandments.
That was 10 Commandments.
10 Commandments, yeah.
Right. I got to get back to church and
Oh,
study that
yeah.
again.
Yeah. Go back to the mothership.
Got to get back to Father.
Yeah.
Oh,
Father.
speaking of Mothership, isn't Dragon Con coming up soon?
Yes.
Oh.
I got my passes. I'm ready to
You
go.
know, I knew it.
It's the 30th anniversary.
Steve.
William Shatner's coming into town, plus a bunch of new people from the movie, the new Star Trek movie. They're expecting the largest Dragon Con crowd ever.
And from Mulder and
Oh, yeah.
Stolly.
Gillian Anderson? What is her name?
Yeah, Gillian Anderson.
Gillian Anderson.
Gillian Anderson.
Yes.
She's coming in. Yep.
I would like to meet her.
Why don't you come down there with me? You got to come
No,
down.
I
You've
don't
never
think-
done it?
No.
Oh, it's fun.
Oh, Vikki,
It's
one
fun.
time.
It is really
Have
a
you
blast.
done it, Tom?
One time with Jake, our former producer.
And?
You know, I went there to see John Schneider, who I really like, my buddy, from, you know, a lot of his
So you were in
Smallville.
and out.
And, you know, well, actually, I was there for about 2 hours, and that was
okay.
about all I could handle. But a lot of people, though, Steve, as you know,
It
they're
is.
all in costume, and it's just
Yeah.
like everyone's living their fantasy. So
They are. Yeah. So it's fun. It's fun. I'm looking forward to it. Going down there again.
And speaking of Jake, we might as well tell everybody
Yeah.
about the benefit we're going to have for him.
Yeah, for CF here in Atlanta, we're doing a benefit for Jake, our producer, who unfortunately succumbed to the illness back in October. And I promised his parents back in Houston that I would do something. We're going to do a thing at Cosmopolitan, Johnny Esposito's place.
Yeah, it's a club and a restaurant, and it seats about 600 people. Great
Wow.
space.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have great silent auction items.
Yeah, I got a signed Jimmy Buffett guitar.
You did?
Yeah, I got
Wow.
signed pieces from Star Wars from Harrison Ford. And,
that's pretty
all
awesome.
kinds
I have a signed guitar from, and I can never remember their name, but they're a country
The
band.
Beatles? Oh.
Begins with a B. Told you the other day, Steve. It's they sing the song "Feels Like Today." I know. I'll make it
You
with a
just
B.
told me. Yeah.
I know. My gosh.
It starts
Anyway,
with a B?
it doesn't it?
No, I thought it began with an R.
Oh, Rascal Flatts.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you, Tom.
that's right,
I was going to
Steve.
say Rascal Flats, but then when you said a B, I thought there's no B in that.
Steve, Rascal Flatts. Yeah.
Rascal
So I've got
Flatts,
a
okay.
great guitar, and I put together some. I told Vikki I put together some gift baskets of barware. And I'm going to try to get a gift card from Tower Beer Wine and Spirits to go in it. But these were sample sets, and so I've only got 5 of each glass. So we're going to pair it, relabel it like a set of 4 glasses plus 1. In case you break one, you'll have a complete set.
Exactly. Perfect.
Okay. We're going to do this on the 9th of September, which is a Friday night. So it's coming up in just a few weeks, the Friday after Labor Day weekend. So
and
stay away
it's
from that.
cheap, $15.
Yeah, a person.
Or $20 at the door.
Yeah.
But you can get all the information on our Facebook page.
Yeah, A1A is going to perform. They're a Jimmy Buffett tribute band, headed up by Jeff Pike, my cousin.
We could laugh and we would go insane. That's right. Reading the poetry, signing some big airport.
So they're going to be performing there that night, the silent auction.
And Jake's parents will be there, too.
yeah.
They're
That's
very
awesome.
excited.
Yeah.
And this, for people who don't know, I've never heard of the Cosmopolitan Live. Or is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's off of Delk Road.
Okay.
It's the old spaghetti warehouse.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, when you get off Delk, you just turn right. If you're going north on 75, turn right, and it's right there.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly where that is.
Yeah.
So it's great space.
Plenty of parking, free parking.
Yeah, it's a
Good,
huge
good.
place. They'll hold like 600 people. We're going to give away door prizes, all kinds of fun things. The silent auction, like I say, and all the money goes to CF. So we're looking forward to that. So anyway, what else is going on here? We got lots to talk about.
Well,
since
let's
the
talk
last
about the
podcast.
Olympics for one.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
so excited for every single moment until Ryan Lochte, got to tell you, kind of put a damper on things for me.
Yeah, you did.
Took the shimmer off of it somewhat.
Lost 4 of his sponsors already. Polo, Ralph Lauren, and Speedo, and then 2 other people. One was a skin kind
Oh,
of
Ralph
thing.
Lauren, I believe.
And then one
right?
was the other one a mattress or something? It was something Japan based, but he lost 2 big sponsors in the U.S.
And
that
he
we know.
should.
Yeah. I said something to you about, I think he's lying or something, because he was just so calm about when they said, pointed the gun to his head when he's talking to Billy Bush on the beach. On the Today Show, I saw that, and I thought, he's way too calm about this. And it just seemed kind of fishy to me that he said, I didn't get down on the ground, and the other 3 did. And do you think they should take away any of the medals?
Yep.
You do? I was wondering if they're going to take away medals.
I don't think so. I don't think they will,
yeah.
because he already accomplished that before he did the thing.
Sure.
So I think they'll leave the medals, but should he be able to swim on the team in 20?
Well, they were comparing it to what Michael Phelps, when he got caught smoking weed,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And what was his punishment?
I think just a few months.
Just a few months? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
This is far worse, though. He was an idiot.
Yeah.
Ryan Locke's just an idiot.
But I think that, look at Phelps. Did he lose any sponsors because he was smoking weed?
For a while he did.
He did, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think everybody has a
He had
chance.
a great comeback. That's what, and
Yeah.
you were talking about, you'd like to see Ryan come back.
I
and-
would. I think everyone has an opportunity to be forgiven,
Yeah.
and learn and grow up. He definitely is a child.
Yeah.
The bad boy in the pool. And I thought, you know what, his PR team that helped, turn around Justin Bieber and then whoever else they worked with, I thought it was smart that he dyed his hair back to his natural color and got rid of the bad boy blonde kind of thing, or
Yeah.
trying to change
That was
his
another
image.
sign that showed me that he wanted to just be stand out from Phelps during the Olympics, I think, when he dyed his hair in the middle of it. He just wanted to be different from Phelps, I think, get away from living under his shadow. And I think that's why he made up that whole story. He wants to be, popular. And he was popular without all the story business. But I felt kind of bad for the Georgia students. Gunner's the one from University of Georgia, 20 years of age.
Well, it looked
According
like
to them.
they looked for a bathroom. They stopped, or their driver stopped. There wasn't one, and Ryan kind of went off on his own and damaged a sign or something.
Yeah.
Ripped it off the wall.
Yeah, so it's kind of guilty by association. So I'm with you. I feel for the other 2.
Yeah.
They said they never went in the bathroom, that they went around the back of the gas station, peed in the bushes.
Yeah.
And then you see the gun being drawn, but that's by a security guy, I believe, or a local
If
police
someone's
officer.
damaging my property, I might get out a
Yeah,
gun.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they paid, $50, maybe trying to, make it just kind of go away out or something to that effect.
And they would have made it go away if Ryan Locke's mom didn't open her mouth.
How about that?
She called a radio station and opened her mouth.
Why would she do that?
Just
She's
'cause
trying to get in the limelight, too, with her blonde hair. I'm kidding. I have no idea what her hair color is.
She was trying to protect her boy, let everybody know he got robbed, because she believed him, obviously. So how embarrassing is that for your mom?
How you doing, my man? I gotta ask you, there's a lot of people out there that would say that nothing good comes from, excessive drinking. how's your opinion about that change?
It's definitely something that I'm going to have to be more responsible about. Everything that happened in Rio, I'm definitely going to learn from it. We're human. We learn from our mistakes.
Are you going to consider rehab or AA?
I don't know. I can't answer that question right now. Right now, I need to just see my family and talk with them about it, about what I'm going to do. So,
what would be worse in your eyes, if they prosecute you or if the USOC says you can't swim again?
I think if the USOC says I can't swim anymore, I think that would be the most hurtful. Just because I've put so much time and effort into this sport, that would be heartbreaking. But I do have my family and my close friends and my true friends still supporting me, being behind me 100%. So that's what keeps me going.
Michael Phelps, you guys have a history together. You guys are bros. You guys are close. I got to ask, he's come back from his problems. Is he your inspiration right now? Have you spoken with him about this?
I've always looked up to him, no matter what we've done, like everything that he's had to deal with. He went from the all-time low to he's back up on top. And you learn from it. You learn from your mistakes, like I said earlier, and that's something I'm going to have to just hope and pray on is that, I know I'd learn from it, and I just got to start back from ground one.
Well, I got to ask one more question. We heard that Speedo, has dropped you, and they released a statement about it. What are you going to be wearing in the pool going forward? Have you thought about it yet? Or is there something that, you love that looks fly?
I heard about that, and, it stinks. Speedo was great to me. They were like a second family throughout my swimming career. And, I guess it's a new chapter now. And
is there any
who knows? I'm still going to be swimming. I'm swimming for another 4 years. So however long my suspension is, that the UFC says, I'm going to get back in that water and keep going.
I got to say this, too. One last thing. Imagine that the USOC says you can't swim. What would you do with your life? Would you continue to swim, regardless?
I think I would swim just because I love the exercise. I love being in the water, and I would definitely go and start working with kids, teaching them things that I've learned throughout my swimming career, and just trying to make that, because I have so much love and passion for this sport of swimming that I just want to make it bigger. And if I get more people involved in the sport, that's the only way I can do. So.
I'll teach them how to play beer pong.
Yeah. That was yesterday at the L.A. airport. They caught up with him. So he was very forthcoming, I guess, in that interview with TMZ.
And back in the day, back a long, long time ago, Nadia Comaneci, who was in the stands for almost all of the gymnastics, remember when she came into the studio? Mm-hmm. And who was she dating or she married?
Bart Connor.
Yes.
Wow.
Married to him. Yeah.
Yes, he was on the men's gymnastics team,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
Right. And we got her to say before English was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find the drop?
No, I don't have it.
Oh, Vikki, go ahead. You do it really well.
She said, all right, I'll do my best, Nadia Comaneci. I bend over backwards for Steve and Vikki. Get it? Bend over backwards? I'm a gymnast. Hello.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said.
Good.
Yeah.
That was it. That's better than the original.
Perfect, yeah.
Thank you.
Very nice, very nice.
Hey, I just wanted, I don't know if y'all heard this part about the Lotkey, getting back to Lotkey for a second, but 3 minutes of the gas station videotape was cut out. So 3 minutes is missing. So
Well, not
That's
missing,
a
they
lot.
just didn't show it. Maybe it was very boring.
No, they said, I heard on ABC News that Matt Gutman said 3 minutes.
Missing?
Yeah, missing from the tapes that they had.
Well, who knows?
Well, let's talk about the highlights.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
Simone Biles. Was she not incredible?
The whole
that
team was
little
great.
girl can jump. My God, what is she, 4'9", and she
Yeah.
jumps? Unbelievable what she
You see
can
how she
do.
bounces like a spring? She
know.
on her hands and turns around and flips on her other. It's just amazing.
And the woman wrestler, the first time a woman ever won in wrestling, and I think in sharpshooting, and there were so many firsts for Americans.
We how many we won? Like the most medals, of course, and the most in years and years.
Just me, maybe.
But I love, like I told somebody the other day, I love the human spirit, the emotion, the joy that comes just uncontrollably from an athlete, male or female, when they win gold or they achieve success,
Or the human spirit, like the two women, none from the U.S., the runners that tripped over one another.
Yes.
And the one could have kept going and they both helped one another. That was just, that brought tears to my eyes.
And Ryan Kind, who is his first Olympics, and he's a young swimmer on the team, and the first medal award ceremony where he starts crying and he can't hold back the tears. And then Michael Phelps realizes at the end and looks over and gives him a big hug,
Yeah, that's...
Phelps certainly has matured, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Really has.
It's like that
Fold.
Big Daddy. The Olympics.
Yeah.
He carried in the flag. For the team.
Yep.
And his baby Boomer is the child's name.
Yeah.
And his fiance.
Those cute little headphones to protect his little ears.
Yeah. And did you see him when he showed his tennis shoes that he wears into the arena? Right, that he has his baby's footprint inside the shoe on one of his shoes.
Oh, he does.
Just kind of have him close to him, and
really,
from that
that's
aspect.
cool.
I think it's ESPN that had the documentary about him. It's kind of a short. If you get a chance to see it, I mean, his lows were lower than I realized. I mean, he had thoughts of suicide at one time.
Did he really?
He was separated, not separated, but he was estranged from his father. Yeah, he really had some lows.
Yeah.
And look how he came out on top. So hopefully, like you said, Tom, maybe Ryan can too.
Hope so.
So let's see. How about that female swimmer that was miles ahead of everybody?
Ledecky?
Yeah, Ledecky. Wow.
Awesome. I
11
loved her.
seconds ahead.
She's just so fast. So fast.
There's nobody that could touch
And
her.
she's very young. Is she in her teens?
20, I think.
She just about. Okay.
I think
and
she's
Usain
20.
Bolt again. There's
Yes.
something about watching him.
Yeah.
It's just so exhilarating. It's like I
He
couldn't
almost
go to
slows
sleep.
up when he gets to the finish line, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's
Looks like he almost
okay,
I can walk
I can
across.
coast.
Yeah.
He retired.
Gosh.
I think after
he
he
did?
said he's retired. This is
Okay.
his dream was fulfilled. So
Well, good.
And I felt badly. Did they ever come back? The U.S. men's team in the relay, I think they came in third and they got the bronze, and then they took it away from them, saying that they went out of bounds.
yeah,
They-
or there was a baton pass at the wrong spot.
Did they? So they never
No.
got the medal back?
No,
Oh, okay.
but
They said
the women challenged. Did you
Right,
see that?
that's right.
And they said there was interference, and so they awarded them the chance to run it over and
all by themselves.
yeah, and like before the finals, and they were able to.
They had to do better than 42, and if they did, then they made it to the finals.
and they won
obviously.
gold.
Yeah.
So let's see what else. How about the politics? How about Trump and
Oh,
Hillary?
can we just have a nice podcast without politics?
Yeah, but the election's
Just for
coming
a
up,
few
and
more moments.
the debate, the 26th of September.
I know.
I'm excited. Can't wait to see what's going to happen. Aren't you looking forward to it?
Like the premiere.
Yes, the premiere of the first debate. Don't you think, though, that the Russians are going to unleash a whole bunch of found emails shortly
No.
before?
No, I don't.
You don't think so?
No.
I think that the aliens are going to come down. No, I don't know what's going to happen. It's crazy.
She was on Jimmy Kimmel last night. Did you catch it?
I did not.
Go back and watch
I love it when she asked him to make sure her pulse was still there.
Yeah.
The good thing is I actually had a nice debate with a friend of mine. Unfortunately, I think on Facebook you see constantly the hate. Instead of just saying, okay, Trump's position as a businessman, he could do this, which would be better than a politician. And if you disagree, you disagree. And then if you wanted to say, Hillary, on the other hand, has experience because blah, 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 blah. And then if you disagree, but the people, have you seen some of the posts and people unfriending one another because it's just vicious?
You can't talk about politics or religion. Did you see, I get these little things on Facebook where these things pop up sponsored, and it says, hey, support the Trump campaign with a donation of everyone who donates at least $3 is in the running to fly to New York for an expense-paid weekend and get this, have lunch with Eric Trump on how to make America great again and talk about the campaign. I thought, well, first of all, if I donate $3, I have no chance in heck of winning. It's going to be somebody who's going to be a big donor, and they're going to control who the winner is. And also, speaking of Trump, did you guys see the guy who scaled his office tower with suction cups?
The suction
Oh,
cups?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Sean Hannity, by the way.
Oh, Steve, I heard he was Ted Cruz trying to get back.
I saw something on Facebook that showed that guy with the suction cups on the back of Michael Phelps. Like, that's what those little,
Yes.
cups marks were. I died laughing.
That's pretty funny. I didn't
But
see
then
that.
I went over to my neighbor's house, and her daughter's friend had those cup marks all
Yes,
over her
yes.
back. She said, I'm a dancer. I've been doing this for years.
Yeah, it's cupping. It's
Cupping.
I've had it done, too.
Yeah,
You
through
have?
acupuncture.
Does it work?
I don't know. It's supposed to bring the blood to the top and make your blood flow. And
Yeah.
You do pee a lot after it's done. You go to the bathroom a lot. It gets rid of all the
Toxins?
in your body, supposedly. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
My friend Troy's had it done
And
before.
he likes it? He says it works?
Well, yeah, but you do have those bruise marks for up to 2 weeks. It's pretty intense.
Mine weren't that intense. They didn't do it that
Did they do it on your glutes, Steve?
all over my back and all over my body.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
I was curious.
my glutes.
Hey, speaking of New York, you guys, Sex and the City, which was filmed in New York, was one of the greatest I thought of all time. Kim Cattrall just turned 60 years of age,
Love her.
and that they
Samantha.
Sarah Jessica said there's not going to be a Sex and the City next movie, that they're done for now.
Well, she's got a new HBO series.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, it's coming out, I think, in the fall, and it's about a divorced couple, or they're going through a divorce. Yeah.
Are her
she's
and
got
Matthew
something new.
Broderick getting along?
Yeah.
Because remember the tabloids had them not doing well
Oh, I
about
didn't
a
see
year
that.
ago?
I think they're fine.
Okay.
Who knows? Yeah. Who knows what really goes on?
Steve, who was your favorite Sex and the City character?
I didn't have one. I guess, what's her name? The Kim Cattrall. Would be.
Yeah. I did love her
pretty.
antics.
I loved her
What's
in
our
Mannequin.
funny story about Tom and I would always talk about? Actually, Tom wasn't a fan until I made him watch a certain episode. I'm like, please, just
Yes,
watch.
yes.
I don't want to watch.
It
We
was
were at
funky.
Amy Smith's house.
No.
thought we were.
No. It was Funky Spunk.
Yeah.
And I was on the air, and the AM studio across the hall, I had it on in the control room, and I yelled to the guy, I said, "Oh, my God, you won't believe this show. Come over here and look at this." It was crazy. That was my first time I'd ever seen it.
Yeah, but I kept telling him about it. You didn't want to watch it. Tom finally did. And then we had a conversation in front of Steve, and he didn't know what we were talking about. Do you
About
recall?
the pearl necklace?
Yes.
Yes, about the pearl necklace.
yeah.
That was on the air. On the air.
You're like, what are you talking about jewelry for?
That's so funny. Yeah. And what the best part to come out of all that is now Vikki has her husband drinking kale and spinach drinks all the time.
Ew.
You do? He's drinking kale and spinach drinks? No.
He doesn't understand what it's about, though, because you didn't see the episode. Stevie, your wife is trying to get you to drink them, too.
Yeah, it's going by me, guys. I don't understand.
Now hold on, that was a joke, girl. Lump heads, nothing to cry about. Now let's hear your side of the story, sister.
Well, I feel like that when people talk about Orange is the New Black, or what's the Kevin Spacey Netflix show, House of Cards.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm the only person on the planet that hasn't seen.
I haven't seen
those.
House of
either.
Cards
Oh,
either.
you haven't?
Oh, my
I
God,
haven't
no.
either.
No.
Three of us
We're
haven't.
all
Three of us.
together.
And I love Kevin Spacey.
But let's
too.
not
It's supposed to
start
be great.
watching either. I don't,
I'm going to eventually, but it's on Showtime, right? And I don't get
Netflix.
Showtime. On Netflix?
Yeah.
It is? On
Yes.
Netflix? I get Netflix.
I don't.
I don't have cable right now. And as a matter of fact, we've had some huge lightning storms. We had 4.5 inches of rain in the Chamblee Brookhaven area last week in 1 hour. 4.5 inches. And then on Sunday, we had a huge electrical storm. And it
From Sex in the City to
Yes.
4.5 inches.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
It's hot. That's so funny. Mr. Big, not.
Oh, very funny.
Yeah.
Now tell the one that doesn't
Well, here's what doesn't suck. My neighbors up the street spent a ton of money on their basement. I went up there Friday night for a party. I mean, Steve, you would like this. Size is everything. 105-inch television.
What?
Yes, it's projection.
Really?
But they have this. They spent. It's amazing. It looks like right out of Architectural Digest. They spent a few $100,000. On Sunday, we had a huge electrical storm. It hit their house, fried everything they had just installed.
Oh, my God.
And plus, our modem was fried. Thank God we didn't lose anything else. So I had to go without internet for I
saw that post.
24 hours.
Reminded me of the AT&T ad.
Yes,
Please,
yes.
please,
People
please,
just
please,
had
please come
AT&T,
back. I
right?
love you so much. I love you so
Yeah.
much. Please, oh, please.
Those are good, aren't
Yeah,
they?
Come back,
I
come
love
back.
them.
Great.
I told the
Doesn't make me
installer
want
when
to
he
get
came.
AT&T, but
No, and I told the installer, I said, I feel like your television ad. I've been 26 hours now, 22 minutes, 23 minutes. He goes, what are you talking about? I said,
I love it when the dad is on the floor and he's going, I just want to see a kitty. I just want to see a kitty.
I like when the mom is looking in the binoculars
Yeah.
and the dad says, let me see. No!
Yeah.
It's a great campaign.
Great acting.
I did have a woman on Facebook who works for AT&T Uverse, and she was really kind, and I don't know her that well. But she offered to, what's your problem? Let me try to help you, and that's her now texting me. Thanks for the shout out, but.
Well, you blasted them on Facebook.
Well, I was very kind, was I not? I didn't come out and blast them. I just said, hey, here's how my recent phone call this morning went. I call, get a recording, touch number 1, another recording, touch number 7, and this went on for like 6 or 7 different, buttons to push, and then it starts looping back and forth. And I said, okay, from a focus group of 1, this user platform sucks.
Okay, so we've had our first tantrum.
Did you get it fixed, though?
Yes.
Okay.
I got it fixed, got a brand new modem. So, do you all unplug anything when there's an electrical storm?
Mike, my husband, constantly, because his got fried once. So if there's even a threat, okay, we got to unplug everything. So yeah, we do.
Got to get the
time.
blockers on the plugs, guys. Get the blocking plugs.
Oh, Steve,
I
don't think it's hardly anything to really block lightning.
Yes, they will. They'll block it from burning your computer up.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
but not
get
your
a good
TV.
one.
But
if you plug your TV into it, it will.
Yeah?
Georgia Power has a thing where they'll come out and put a whole block on your whole house.
Maybe we all need to do that.
Do you unplug your vibrators?
Never.
Okay.
They're battery operated.
That's right.
You never know when you're going to need.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Mike's stringing those kale things, huh? Kale drinks? You want to hear Usher talking about Justin Bieber's penis pictures and all that stuff?
When did those come out?
I don't know.
I didn't know there was any on the internet. Vikki,
Apparently
quick, get
yesterday.
online.
Usher was on Howard Stern the other day and talked about Bieber.
So now with Justin Bieber, that was an opportunity brought to me.
Yeah. Now, by the way, when you say it was brought to you, isn't it true the first time you met Justin Bieber, you were in a parking lot. This kid comes up to you. He's not Justin Bieber yet. He's just some kid. And he says, I want to sing for you. You say to him, I don't want to hear you sing in a parking lot. It's disrespectful. I'm not going to sit there and audition you in a parking lot, right?
Well, oddly enough, that is what happened, and probably what happened to me, right? So I'll never forget the first time I saw Dallas Austin. I was in the parking lot of a nightclub. He had come out, obviously drinking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a few people. It was Dallas Austin, Keith Sweat, and I wanted to sing for them in a parking lot, and they wouldn't see me. So it wasn't just a parking lot. It was at the studio of Jermaine Dupri's.
Right.
And I'd heard about Justin through kind of the grapevine because people were talking about him. And, I said, why don't you set up a meeting between me and your manager? I'd love to meet with you and do this in a formal setting. I'm late for an appointment with Jermaine Dupri,
right?
And I don't want to keep him waiting. So let's just do this the right way. And
then you looked him up, I guess, on the line. Online, he had a couple of videos if you like what you heard, and then you have him come to audition for you, right?
Actually, it were a few people. You know, to be perfectly honest, it was my wife at the time.
Right.
It also was Perry Reed, L.A. Reid's first wife.
Right.
And
you were all sitting in a room somewhere.
We were in a room.
Yeah.
And I showed her the video. And Perry says, are you crazy? You better get down there and meet this kid right now. He's amazing. I said, hey, listen, and me and my one of my best friends now, we didn't necessarily see eye to eye. There was some crazy thing that happened when we were kids where he was a local promoter and he didn't do right by me. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to confuse the issues. Me and him are in a good place. I don't want it to be bad. And he said, no, this is bigger than that. This kid could really be something. I said, okay, well, let me talk to him.
Right.
We reached out, we talked, and, I told him, I felt like, what, this could really be an amazing moment for your career. And I really think, because he was just trying to shop the kid. He wasn't his manager at the time.
Right.
And, I said, hey, listen, musically, I think that there's a lot that I can do. And as a manager, I want to mentor you. I want you to be his manager. We kind of, looked for different people, to potentially manage him. But because he was working with another artist at the time. And I felt like, yo, man, this is really a major moment. You should really lock into this one. And I will too. And we held each other's hands through it. And man, look at the success that came
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, what you did for him too is to really give him confidence and mentor him. Does he still turn to you for advice? Do you?
Well, we turn to each other for advice. And we help each other because now we're working together in the capacity of management. So I went from being managed by my mom, managed with my wife, and now my best friend.
Who's that, Scooter or somebody? Scooter Braun is Justin Bieber's manager, so you encouraged him to become the manager.
Well, we work together in the capacity of management.
Yeah. When you see Bieber out there, do you get involved?
And listen, I ultimately have reaped the benefits of having a great family net worth around me. You know what I'm saying?
But, I mean, that even is a success in your career. I mean, Bieber makes a lot of dough, therefore so do you. I mean, that was a pretty good call on your part, right, back in that kid.
Ultimately, I don't think it's about the money. I think it's about that very thing that I just said, you know, keeping it in the family.
But when you sit there, when all these dick pics come out and all this stuff with Bieber's big penis, are you the mastermind behind that? Say, listen, show off your big penis and people will come to those concerts? Or are you sitting there?
Is that the kind of manager he's doing?
Usher, are you sitting down with him and say, yeah, show your cock, or leave it in your pants? I mean, do you sit him down and say, look, part of this is PR,
Hey,
man.
by the way, he does have a brain of his own.
Yeah, but were you shocked at the size of his penis?
Hey, listen, he has a mind of his own. What he chose to do with his penis is his prerogative. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
he's running that himself.
But he's got his own. He's managing that aspect of his life.
But Usher, is somebody...
I have nothing to do with Justin Bieber's private parts, man. Come on.
Does Justin ever buy you an expensive gift to thank you for all of your input? I mean, you mentored him. You believed him in at an early age. I mean, you really have helped him. I mean, in a real big way.
Come to mention it, no, he hasn't,
right? Do we resent that? Do you want to say something now?
No. I think that relationship has, really been a fruitful one.
But when he screws up, do you sit him down and go, look, I know something about this business. I've done it all. I've lived a little longer than you. I'm not coming and preaching to you, but I am trying to advise you.
I mean, as a mentor, as he's accepted my opinion, right, I can give him my perspective. He's like a child to me, so I don't necessarily feel like it's business. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm talking to someone who has had hardships. Like, if your child ever has difficulties, any person who's listening to this shit right now understands that nobody's perfect. You're going to have moments. And when he does, I can only show him the reality of what it is that has happened.
So you've done that?
And yeah, of course. We've had stern talks.
Have you ever spanked him?
Oh, stop it.
Oh, you don't do that?
Nah.
So anyway, there's a little bit of that.
Just like Ryan Lucky. See, we all have problems, and we can all come back. So, And I just Googled big penis Justin Bieber, and Vikki, this is so crazy.
That's a picture of Steve's nose.
No, here, well, speaking of nose.
It really is a nose.
Steve, here it is. There you go.
Oh, God.
That's Photoshop.
That's funny.
Someone photoshopped a ball and penis on his instead of his nose. That's very realistic, though. Yeah. That's so funny. Speaking of Bieber and a musical artist, I saw this during the Olympics, and I thought, okay, the oldest artist to have a #1 album at age 90.
Tony Bennett.
Yes. How about he just turned 90 years of age?
Yeah, I wouldn't even think he's that old, but he was the only one I could think of.
He's timeless, isn't he?
I saw him with Lady Gaga at Chastain.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, he still sounds great.
90. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
What else I got? I made little notes during the Olympics, and sometimes I can't read my notes after I make them. Oh, here's something I found interesting. The most, first of all, did you know this? Do you have a Gmail account?
Yeah.
Gmail?
Yeah.
Did you know if you log into your Gmail account, then click on My Account, you can see all the stats and everything for your email. Do you know every time Google keeps record of everything you do?
Yes.
Your searches, your locations, your voice-activated searches. I had maps of me and every year from back to 2009 of where I was, voice searches on file, things I'd search for on Google.
How'd you find it?
It's in Google. Log into my account. Click on my account once you log into Gmail, and you can see all of it under my activity in the middle.
And I read something how you can erase all that.
You can.
And I went through all the steps. It didn't work.
Really?
But did it work for you?
Yeah. I erased it all.
Okay. What am I doing wrong? We'll have to talk after
the
podcast.
But here are the top 4 Google searches. Number 4, Steve, you would like to probably know this one. Does farting burn calories?
No way.
Yes.
Is this for the United States, for Georgia, for the world? What is it?
It just says there's 50,000 Google searches monthly. Does farting burn calories? Number 3, are aliens real?
Okay.
50,000 searches there too. Number 2, how do I get home? And the number one Google search, 90,000 of them, am I pregnant? That is crazy.
That is crazy.
No porn on there, huh?
No, Steve, that's interesting,
amazing,
Steve.
yeah.
I mean, I know you contribute to probably at least 10,000 of that number.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what? I'm really proud of myself. I've gone a while now without looking at any.
What, 15 minutes?
23 right now.
Wow.
Since you've been on the podcast,
proud.
right?
Since you've been on the podcast, Steve. That's right. Vikki kind of borrowed. Well, partly because I can't get a reception down here.
The basement, yeah.
That's right.
Want to hear James Corden's birthday, that thing? They did a birthday surprise for James Corden.
Yeah.
You like him, right?
Whatever. The important thing is that it's your birthday, and that's a huge deal. And there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people here that would like to be here that couldn't have been here. So I'd like to say that I produced it, but I didn't. But here's a reel. Check it out.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear, wonderful, talented, funny James. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, look, just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday for today. Thought about you lots. Miss you and love you very much. Bye.
What's up, James? It's your man, Montel Jordan, and I just want to wish you a very, very happy birthday. I was told you're a big fan of my song, This Is How We Do It. And they say whenever you hear it, it puts you in a really good mood. So I wanted to make sure for your birthday, I got you a little gift. Actually, I got a better idea. This is how Montel Jordan.
Walk off the videotape.
What's up, y'all? Say this is how we do it, say. It's your birthday, it's your birthday. Come on. Hey! This is how we do it. It's my date night, and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side, so I reach for that.
Goes on and on there. You can watch it.
That's a great.
Will you guys do that for my birthday?
That is so awesome.
How old is that song? That's a few years old, isn't it?
Well, no, this is how we do it. But Montel Jordan, that came out in the 90s? And you know what? He turned into a Christian artist, and he was at 104.7 The Fish big concert a couple of years ago.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has a church here, or he's involved with a church here in Atlanta. But, speaking of those surprises, Steve, not that I'm referring back to the Olympics. This is not a left turn, Steve. But, Zac Efron did surprise Simone and the whole team, the gymnastics team.
Yeah.
That was a great PR move, I
great.
thought, for him.
He said he was sitting at home watching it, and he said, what am I doing sitting here? I can be there. I can fly there today. So he did. He went there.
Did you see Ryan Seacrest at all on
no,
any of the late night?
I heard them talk about that he was on at midnight.
Yeah,
but I didn't step.
It was
great.
It was
Great
a party.
interviewer.
I caught a couple of it, and this was for me. He was out of his very refined role as idol host. He was more just looser on the beach, throwing beach balls and having fun, engaging, and just like a party, like the Rio atmosphere. So they did a great job.
I heard the power went out on him one night.
Really?
Power went out in the studio one night. Yeah.
And I never heard much in the way of any like Zika concerns or the polluted water that we'd come to.
No, it's down in Miami. They're biting people down there in Miami.
Vikki, we eat this food 3 times more than Americans eat McDonald's.
Brownies.
It's a type of cuisine from...
Oh, like Italian, Mediterranean.
Yes.
This more than McDonald's?
3 times more.
Spaghetti.
Chinese.
Yeah,
food?
that makes sense.
Chinese. Do you use Q-tips, Steve?
Yeah.
Do you put them in your ear?
Yeah.
Don't do that. It even says so on the box.
Why?
I had an ENT. Actually, I had a bad cold, and he said, your ears are too clean. Do not put those Q-tips in your ears. That some wax is good for you. But I'm used to it. I've been doing it forever.
Yeah. And do you know how that every Q-tip has the exact same amount of cotton on it? And do you know how many they produce a year? This is astounding. 32 billion Q-tips a year.
Billion?
Billion Q-tips.
Jeez.
You're just full of information.
You know where I got that? My favorite show that you guys turned me on to, Sunday Morning on CBS.
Oh, okay.
How could I have missed that episode 2 weeks ago was like, I tweeted them. I said, this was like the best buffet ever. There was so much to eat and love. I just loved it. There was story after story. I just couldn't stop watching.
It is the best show.
And
I'd
Steve
love to
Hartman
that.
is America's storyteller. I love Steve Hartman. I want to meet him. He's the
You
guy
been
that
to the
used
host?
to. No, he's the guy that's a contributor. And like, remember the show on the CBS News with Katie Couric? He would throw a dart at a map somewhere, and then he'd pick up the phone book, or and go to that town and go to a phone book and just skim through the phone book and go, "We're going here." Everyone has a story. That was his segment. Now he just does stories about great Americans. That
Charles
are really,
Osgood is the host.
Yeah, right. And Vikki, Steve, I'm Charles Osgood. And this is Sunday morning.
Pretty good,
I'll
Tom.
see you.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
on the
and you know
radio.
what? But he's getting ready to retire.
Well, how old is he?
He's got to be 80-something, doesn't he?
Yeah, but Jane Pauley or Lee Cowan can step in as the replacement. Would you like to have a female, Jane Pauley?
Yes.
Or do you think
I
Lee
don't know-
Cowan?
I don't know Lee Cowan, so I'd have
He's
to
really
Jane.
kind of he's also an equally good, mellow, laid-back host.
I like Jane, though.
Yeah, I do like Jane as well. It's a great show.
Yeah, it is. I haven't caught it as much as you guys, but I have
I
seen
TiVo it, Steve. TiVo.
Yeah. Hey, they're going to redo Jumanji. Did you know that?
No, what's that? Oh, I never saw it.
Jumanji? You never saw Robin Williams in Jumanji?
I never saw it either.
Oh, what a great movie. It's great.
Really?
What was that? What was the premise?
Jumanji, he starts off as a little kid and he finds this game buried in the sand somewhere, and he starts playing. It's a board game. And he plays it with a young girl, and he disappears into the game. The game moves by itself and everything. It's very mysterious. He disappears and becomes part of the Jumanji world. But
Wow.
whatever you land on, things happen to you.
And then
Wow.
Captain Kirk comes and does something, right?
Captain Kirk? No,
Yes,
it's not,
and he
isn't it?
goes, "You can save a lot of money on a hotel." Ooh,
Going to watch that new show with Shatner and
that was Shatner.
Fonzie?
Fonzie and
Henry Winkler?
Yeah, there's a lot of new shows coming out in September.
I'm into Ray Donovan right now.
Are ya?
It's one of my summer faves. And have you watched The Night of? Little slow, but it's really good.
Would you watch Stranger Things, please?
Stranger Things. And what is that on?
It's on Netflix.
I don't have Netflix.
Why don't you get Netflix?
Because I have everything else. I'm not spending any more. I'll come and binge watch here.
Okay.
Well, you don't share your password either. It's illegal. They said don't share passwords.
It's illegal?
Mhm, that's what they said.
Okay.
My friend shared his password. But you know what? Here's the deal. Last year, they let me use their password to go online at Netflix. There was nothing to see. This was a couple of years ago.
Well, that was when Netflix was really poor.
Yes. Now they're
About to lose it. Now they're great.
Yeah, because they have all those online series.
They're also doing a Blair Witch project again, coming out a movie in September. Did you see
The
that?
Exorcist.
I like that. I remember when that came out. I believe the two of you laughed at me.
Yes.
Because I liked
you
it.
believed it was real.
It
We
was
told you
very
it was
real
not.
feeling,
Yeah, but we told you it wasn't.
but I wanted it to be real.
I know you did.
Yeah, there's no place like home.
Yeah.
And you know what? The Exorcist, I was at a stoplight. I saw the big Fox shows being advertised, and The Exorcist is coming back as a series on Fox.
It is?
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
A series.
Yeah, it's a series like you thought Dying was hard. The Exorcist. Fox is known for being so controversial.
Funniest interview I've ever heard was Opie and Anthony called Linda Blair up, and all they kept saying over and over again was, "The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you." It was very funny. She kept going, "Guys, okay, that's enough. Funny." She finally just
It's
hung
just
up
a
on
movie.
him.
I don't find that funny either.
It was very funny.
I
Oh,
don't
very
find it funny.
Funny.
Sorry.
Funny.
I went to Westview Cemetery. This is not really my mom's best friend passed away. Now I'm bringing the show down. Sorry,
Really?
but I went out there, and I have my great grandparents are buried there, and I hadn't never seen their graves before. But it's the largest civilian cemetery in the Southeast, and we have it here. It's off of I-20. And anyway, my friends, they were really nice. They sent a limo for me to pick me up, and I spoke. I gave like a little eulogy.
Wasn't it Dodie?
Yes, Dodie.
Yeah, I remember her. We
Yes.
called her on the air several
yes,
times. She was
Dodie.
Oh, she had so many cute jokes for us.
No, that was my aunt Anne.
Yeah, Dodie was on the air. We called her up a couple times.
Yeah, okay, I'll
Back
go
at
with that.
Star 94.
And
Remember?
Dodie. And she, it was a great day. But I got to see the graves of all my great grandfathers, and I was going, wow,
The guys from Georgia Power, right?
Yeah, the first president
let you know money.
of Georgia Power for 40. Now, here's the deal. The first president for 40 years.
Yeah.
Then his son is the third president of Georgia Power in the 40s, but dies after 9 months in New York of pneumonia. Now, I tell my friends, had he lived, we all would be driving different cars.
Why do you say that?
Because we would have been a nice inheritance.
Well, they didn't leave you any money to begin with. The great-grandfather didn't, right?
Well, no, but we get a discount on power.
Do you?
And speaking of presidents, because he was president of Georgia Power,
yes.
Mike and I went to Warm Springs. Have you ever been?
Oh, yeah.
Where's that?
Great.
Wonderful, yeah.
Is that Florida?
It's Georgia. It's where President Roosevelt.
Oh.
Hey.
What up?
Come on, Ryan. Come on in.
Come on in. Ryan. Dude, did I call you yesterday by accident?
Yeah.
No, I did not. Because I think your mom has your phone forwarded to your phone.
Okay.
That's what it is. Because I looked back at my phone and I said, why would your mom not take calls?
I know, right?
Maybe only me I'm forwarded to your phone. It's Tom again.
Yeah, it's all good.
Come on over, get on the podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, dude. What's up?
Hey, it's Steve McCoy from 20 years ago. Coming up, we got some quickies from Vikki.
Okay. That's funny. Right when you said that, you scratched your balls, so I'm not sure what that means. It's a sign.
I'm still in love.
I heard you're getting your own place.
Yes.
Someplace.
You are?
He does.
Grabbing my drums, so that's why I'm here right now and moving them to the new place. One of the roommates is a very good piano player. So he was showing me what he could play last night. So he played like Piano Man and Rocket Man, just popular piano stuff. And
your neighbors are going to love you.
Yeah, I know, right? So I'm trying to get some stuff to soundproof the little room, but definitely looking forward to jamming later. So
great.
It's going to be a good time. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, oh, look, he's taking some of your foams, Steve. Several of your foams guns.
Go.
Steve.
Well, I got to soundproof the room as
He's
well.
dismantling the studio. Hey, you know what else works good is mattresses, too. So if you can line the wall with mattresses.
All right, y'all. Did you pause the recording?
No.
No, we're still on, wasting valuable time.
Just keep it rolling. We'll do it live.
Yeah.
See you later.
See you guys.
Bye.
So anyway. Then he signed up for dance lessons, he tells me the other day.
What kind of dance?
Just dance, like ballroom dancing.
Oh, my God. I did that.
It's great exercise, and you can meet a lot of really cute women.
Yeah. It's like Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyway.
Or you can go to the old folks' home and call Dancing with the Scars. Thanks. I'm here all morning.
Or you can go to the Buick down the street and pay Dancing with the Cars. That was pretty bad.
That was good.
Car dealership.
Yes,
Let me do it again. Or you can go to the car dealership down the street and do Dancing with the Cars.
Wow. Wow. Steve, your turn.
You could join NASA and do Dancing with Mars.
Oh!
I love it.
Or you could go to a golf course and do Dancing with the Pars.
Yeah. Or go downtown and go Dancing with the Whores.
What?
I don't know. This is out of control, Steve.
You just heard a Tom Sullivan
That was not a left turn.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. You totally blew the bed. We were rhyming with pars and cars and SARS.
Tom, and then
say
you had-
Cars and whores. Oh, no, I had to change the vowel.
Well, it didn't rhyme.
Okay. Didn't rhyme. Play the sounder. So anyway, look on our Facebook page, Steve and Vikki Facebook page. It's the Steve and Vikki podcast. You can find information about our big benefit for Jake Ray.
It's called a Jam for Jake.
Yeah.
So be there September 9th.
Mm-hmm.
The Cosmopolitan Live Club on Delk Road off 75.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be there with
$15 if you download them now, and $20 at the door. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you can go to exorbia.com to buy your tickets or a table. Get a bottle of champagne with your table for $100. That's going to be great.
And it all benefits cystic fibrosis.
And some great silent auction items.
Yeah, totally. Everything from signed Jimmy Buffett guitar. Of course, the A1A tribute band, Jimmy Buffett's tribute band is going to be playing. So it's going to be a great night.
Yeah, so join us there September the 9th, Friday night, Cosmopolitan Live, Delk Road in Marietta.
First drinks on Steve.
Yeah,
yes. And then Ryan Lotke.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for listening. Bye.
What a maroon. What an ignoramus.